good morning from Malawi. It's very nice to be able to share with you what we're doing here for the 4 weeks that we're visiting this time.
It's a really pleasant day here at Hope CDSS. The weather was actually dry and warm and sunny. But just a few weeks ago, Cyclone Anna hit. There was 3 days of torrential rain that undermined shallow foundations in people's houses, weakened their walls, and then the wind just removed roofs and knocked walls over. So while the school is completely fine and survived well, a lot of the local people have got big problems. There are about 50 families who've actually lost their houses and are now sleeping with neighbours and or relatives, and there's others who've lost a wall or lost part of a roof. So we're working with the local community, working through the local councillor to try and identify those most impacted by the storm and to provide some heavy-duty plastic they can use for shelter, and also to provide some food to help tide them over. So one of the things we're doing as we're here in Malawi is starting 2 building projects. One of the feeder schools to Hope CDSS, that's Topani Primary School, has 8 classes but only 4 classrooms. So we're building a double classroom and library block up there, and we have been to see them and get the community on side because they need to provide sand. At Hope CDSS we are adding 2 more teacher houses. It's brilliant to have the teachers on site engaging with the students and the local community. Since Anna, there's also an increasing need for some toilets at a number of the feeder schools. And so we'll also be looking into whether we can build some more toilet blocks, because some of the old toilet blocks were poorly built and then have collapsed during the cyclone.
I'm very privileged, particularly to thank our partner for the support that is given to this school. We have a number of projects, and one of them is the feeding program. So we have to say thanks for this program, because this is a very important program. We are in the rural area. So being in rural area, most of the learners, they always come to school without eating breakfast. So with the feeding program, we assist these learners when they are around, they have to take their pala. And there are so many advantages that we have seen using this feeding program. For example, absenteeism. Absenteeism is really reduced. And even dropouts, when it comes to infant section, we have standard 1, 2. This time the dropout is not there because of the feeding program.
Hope4Malawi also decided to provide bursaries to our learners. And these beneficiaries, to tell you frankly, they are benefiting a lot. Without this assistance, I'm sure and believe that most of them would have dropped out from school.
And I had the pleasure this week to visit 2 of the new Form 1 students in their homes. Both of them are struggling. The homes are leaking, the roofs and the walls are wet following the storm. But more than that, there's very little resource. So the guardians are struggling to feed the students. And so sending them to secondary school, where there's school fees, there's uniform, there's resources that are needed, is really impossible. One of the girls I visited, her brother has dropped out of another secondary school that he was at because of lack of school fees.
I'm so grateful for your support of school fees. In my family, we are 6 children. And most of my brothers and sisters failed to continue high school because of lack of school fees. I'm the only one who's being sponsored, so I'm so thankful for your support.
These students, they're really keen to be at secondary school, and we'd love to be able to support them. So every single learner who passes exam to get into secondary school is able to come and thrive and finish all 4 years and get their secondary school qualification. So thank you, St Paul's, for all that you do to support us here in Malawi and to support the work that we're doing. We're so grateful, really wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you very much.